We have reached the part of the podcast we're going to be talking some UFC, and who better to come on than Wade from Wade's Bets. Wade, how you doing today, my man?
Doing great, man. Can't complain. It's Friday.
It's Friday. I am ready to lay on my couch with a Miller Lite and a pizza and watch this MMA fight and have the girl I'm dating bitch at me about wanting to go out. That's what I'm looking forward to this weekend. Interesting fight card. A lot of moving stuff. A lot of fights just added on. Hell, there was a fight that was just added on a couple days ago. So, we'll dive into it. We each have 3 bets we like. We each put together a DraftKings, and we put together a PrizePicks. What we're gonna do first is we will go to the betting stuff. You have a 2-leg parlay you're starting out with. Why don't you tell us what it is?
Yeah, we are starting out with a 2-leg. I'm pairing Joshua Van with Thug Rose Namajunas. That is for plus 110. Got that on MGM when I gave that out to my members. Tough fight for Joshua Van. It's probably his most experienced fighter he's fought yet. So we'll see how he fares this weekend. But I do believe he's the faster, more skilled striker. He's got some solid power. He's got a little bit of speed. He's got solid striking defense. He lands almost 3.5 significant strikes per minute while only taking around 1.5. Johnson's they're probably gonna go past the first round. But I just see in the end Van putting on too much volume and putting on too much damage and probably get a decision win. And I'm going to pair him with Rose. I'm just going with experience here and the fact that Rose fought earlier this year where Cortez hasn't fought since September. She's had quite a layoff. And I usually like to fade fighters like that. Rose, anyways, is just a more skilled fighter in this. Cortez is a pretty good wrestler, but I think at the end of the day, Rose is going to do more damage over the course of 3 or 4 rounds. If it goes the distance, it might go the distance. But Cortez will probably get her on the ground, but I think Rose will end up getting up. Cortez will not be able to do as much damage as Rose. And pairing those two together is probably my favorite pick of the night. So
I like it. I'm so used to saying I like it, but I have a bet that goes against you.
I know.
My first bet, I'm going to Brundridge plus 143. I think we're forgetting how good of a wrestler he is. He fought against Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel went in for the shoot. He just threw him aside like he was a can of corn. Just like no big deal. Good wrestler. I think this is going to give him the advantage over ARA. Plus, heavy hands. He's going to be able to stand up and exchange with him. I think that Brundridge has the higher fight IQ, and he's going to realize, hey, I have to get this to the ground if I want to be able to get to the win. Another thing we need to look at is ARA. He's been fighting mostly these up-and-coming prospects. He hasn't been fighting any of these established veterans, and this is going to be a huge step up in class for him, and I really think it's going to show. So I'm going to get the fighter with the more fight experience, the better wrestler, and I can make an argument for heavier hands. I'm going to take Brundridge here at plus 143. I found this one over at Caesars.
Tough one, man. I couldn't get to the window on Brundage. I like him, but I can also see Al Hassan getting a knockout in this one on Brundage. So, like you said, Brundage gets it on the ground, probably has no problem here. But Al Hassan has some real power, so we'll see. Brundage, of course, has some power too. So I think this is a good spot for a dog. I'll say that. So you're always finding the good spots on the dogs. So I like that. I like this look.
Next bet. Lay it on me.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go with Andre Petroski. Right now, he's actually a dog at minus 105. Look, man, he knocked himself out pretty much last fight. Went in for, I guess, a takedown on Jacob Malhoun and ended up knocking himself out somehow. I think he's looking for revenge. He wants to obviously come back off that. That's a pretty embarrassing loss. And I think he's just the more aggressive fighter here. He's coming off 2 losses, but I think this is a good spot for him to win. The 2 guys that he fought were fairly good. You know, he's a superior grappler. I think he has more power than Fremd. At the elevation, I think people are taking Fremd is because he trains at elevation. But I think at the end of the day, Petrosky averages over 4 takedowns per fight, with a 54% takedown accuracy and 80% takedown defense. Fremd's not going to be able to probably take him down if he tries, and I think if he does, it's going to be tough for him to get inside because Petrosky's power, he can probably knock him out. So yeah, I just think Petrosky's too tough here. Give me the dog price right now.
I like it. My next fight, I'm going to the pre-card. You know what I do. Give me a women's match. Give me Jasmine Juravicius at -115. Fatma is stepping up to this fight on short notice. Why is this important? It's in altitude, and it's not like she's been training for an upcoming fight. She is a good wrestler, but Jasmine is an elite wrestler, a huge advantage. She was doing wrestling competitions before she became an MMA fighter, and this is what she likes to do in her bouts. Fatma, look, I hate her camp. There's certain camps I always look to fade, and this is one of them. Jasmine has the stand-up game, has been getting better every single fight she's been in her boxing exchanges. She's also very good in the clinch. I think that is absolutely huge. Jasmine is bigger. She had a full fight camp. She is a better wrestler. And I'm getting -115. Look, I'll take Jasmine Juravicius -115. I felt I did pretty good pronouncing that name too.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. No, I love the pig. I like her as a fighter. So no argument here, man. I'm on the same side as you.
Next one. Where are we going, my friend?
I'm gonna go with another 2-leg here, man. Kind of a pairing scenario for me here in this event. A lot of favorites I like here, a lot of juice. So pair them together to get better odds. I'm pairing Santiago Ponzinibbio with Gabriel Bonfim. That came out to -101. Best odds I found at the time were on DraftKings. Ponzinibbio is fighting Muslim Salikov. They're both older fighters. Putting money on Ponzinibbio may not be the smartest thing, but I think he's going to be able to take Muslim out. He's 40 years old. Ponzinibbio is a dangerous striker. He averages almost 5 significant strikes per minute. And I think over the course of that fight, he's just going to pressure Muslim too much to the point where he's going to outstrike him, outvolume him, maybe get a knockout, or just either way, he's going to win by enough damage by decision. And then I'm going to pair him with Gabriel Bonfim. He's the biggest favorite on the card. I don't know. I tend to try to stay away from those. We've taken him before, and the biggest favorites sometimes end up losing on the card. But I think here this is a pretty safe one. Luce is pretty good. He's not terrible, I'd say. Bonfim's I think he's a superior fighter here. He's a superior boxer. He can grapple and wrestle. I think he might be able to get a submission here on Lusa. Every fight he's been in, I believe, has ended in a finish. So he has 1 loss, which was his last loss. So he's looking to avenge that. And I think the UFC gave him a good spot here to do that. So, yeah, man.
I like it. My next bet and my last bet, I'm going to the main event. Give me Tracy Cortez +185. Found this over on DraftKings. I hate Trevor Williams, and he's going to be in the corner for Thug Rose. I haven't been impressed with Rose her last couple fights. I really feel Amanda Ribas won that fight. And hit this one to the ground. It looks like my internet just messed up a little bit. If it did, I'm sorry. Comcast is not that Comcastic. He's going to be able to get this to the ground. And even if it stands up, Tracy's striking has been getting better and better each fight. And the most important thing is she was supposed to fight next week. So she's been fighting. She's been training. It's not like someone is just coming out from the couch. She's been in a camp getting ready for a fight. Tracy will be able to get in the clinch. In the clinch, she has a huge advantage as well. I think this is a tough matchup for Rose. And because of that, I think Tracy's going to use her wrestling to win. Give me the plus 185.
I love that we're on different sides, man. Gives us something to look forward to this weekend.
Talk shit to. I mean, that's then at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Talking a little shit. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up our DraftKings lineup. Wade did the captain mode. I did a 50-50 mode. Why don't you tell everyone why you picked your people?
Yeah, man. Silva's a hard one. I think he might just end up at the end of the day have enough power and enough volume to get enough points on Dober, and if he gets a knockout, I think this will obviously help with the points. Christian Rodriguez, he's a play that I'm on, so I think he's going to win his fight. Ponzinibbio, we've already talked about. Van, we've already talked about. I think if Van gets a knockout, that's going to be big for our points, and I think he is live for a knockout, even though he hasn't. His opponent has not been knocked out before. We'll see. Al Hassan again. I think him and Brundage may have a good matchup there. So either way, I think he'll get some good volume of strikes in. And then I took Air Rosa. Was pretty much I was left with three other options. He's fighting Rodriguez. This is Rodriguez's probably biggest test, so I think they could easily go the distance. And if that's the case, Rosa may get enough strikes and volume and work done to get us the points we need. So
I like it. Mine 50-50. Look, I spoke why I like Brundage, Cortez, and Jaravicious. I am definitely going to be betting Gene Silva. I didn't put him on my card. Definitely like that matchup. I think he's going to be able to knock him out, get the finish in the first or second round, get that bonus points. Santos, huge advantage. He's going to be able to get this on the ground, control the fight. I think he wins this in the distance. And then my last one, I think Flowers is offer. I think Ealer is going to be able to control the fight. Again, I think he's going to finish. And we need to remember that's how cards in elevation tend to play out. We tend to get some finishes, especially submissions toward the end of these later rounds. And that's kind of was my thought process looking at. Knockout artists tend to be early. They tend to tech her out. Submission artists tend to be live a little bit later in the fight. We put together a 2-team prize picks. We just did Santos over the 2.5 strikes just because, 2.5 takedowns because she's going to want to get this to the ground. And we did my boy Brundage over 13.5 significant strikes. I think he's going to stand before he gets it down. Because of that, I think he's going to go over that prop. So there you have it. Our bets, our prize picks, our DraftKings lineup. Wade, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come on, talk some UFC Denver. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you on social media and everything? And
you can find me. Yeah, you can find me over on at Wade's Bets on X, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Top Flight Picks on YouTube for our baseball show. And then I have a Discord that's has a premium. Right now I'm running a promo, $15 a month. 7-day free trial. So that link is in my bio on X. So come check me out if you want. Appreciate it, man.
Give them out real quick. Did you see Bobby Green is a minus 135 favorite against what's his face?
No, he's not.
The English guy I can't stand.
Yeah, Patty Pimblett.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be hammering Bobby Green that match. I mean,
Is he really?
Dude,
I haven't looked ahead yet.
You know what? Let's kind of look ahead. Let me bring up old bet stamp here. Because I was just looking at the score app. Score app can be a little whack sometimes. Yeah. minus 130. The highest price is minus 130. Sorry, the lowest price is minus 130. The highest price is minus 150. Wow. Right. I think he's going to dominate. I am not a Patty guy at all, but we'll be talking about that. Wade's going to be on it for 3 straight weeks. You know what? Let's make some money. Let's cash some tickets. Good luck in your bets, my friend.
Yeah, you too, man. Appreciate it.